What if I told you that there is a secret behind the most elegant homes in the world that has nothing to do with money or expensive furniture? Have you ever noticed how some homes have that special charm, that elegance, that makes you feel good just being there, even when they are not perfect? Today I will reveal to you the 10 secrets that make all the difference between an ordinary home and a truly elegant home. If you keep watching until the end, you will discover how to transform your home using only what you already have at home without spending a fortune. But be careful. If you do not apply these tips, you may continue to feel uncomfortable in your own space, always feeling like something is missing. What I'm going to share today has completely changed the way I see decoration and can change yours too. So get ready, because the first secret will surprise you. Tip 1. Less is always more. The first secret of the most elegant homes is something that goes against everything we've learned about decorating. You know that feeling that your home is always messy even after you've tidied everything up? The problem isn't the organization, it's the excess of objects. Elegant homes have one thing in common. They breathe. Each object has its place and function. Nothing is there by chance. When you enter a space like this, your mind automatically relaxes because it doesn't need to process too much visual information. Let's think about it together. How many times have you walked into your living room and felt tired just by looking at it? This happens because our brains spend energy trying to visually organize everything they see. Therefore, the first step to an elegant home is to carefully select your objects. You don't have to throw everything away, but you do need to choose what really deserves to be on display. Start with the coffee table in your living room. Remove everything from it and place just 3 items on it: a pretty book, a candle, or a small vase with flowers. That's it. You'll notice the difference right away. Do the same with the shelves, leaving empty spaces between the objects. These spaces are not wasted. They are a place for your eyes to rest. The result is immediate. Your home will have that sophisticated and serene air that you've always admired. What's more, it will be much easier to clean and organize. When each object has its special place, tidying up becomes a natural habit, not a daily struggle. Tip 2. The 3 material rule. Here's a secret that few people know. Elegant homes never mix more than 3 types of materials in the same room. It sounds simple, but it's revolutionary. You know when you look at a room and something seems wrong, but you can't quite put your finger on it? It's usually because there are too many materials competing for attention. The problem happens like this. You have a wooden table, iron chairs, a synthetic rug, ceramic vases, velvet cushions, and cotton curtains. Each material speaks a different language, creating a visual confusion that leaves the room without a defined personality. It's like listening to 5 songs at the same time. None of them stand out. The solution is to choose 3 materials that work well together and use them consistently in the space. For example, wood, linen, and ceramic, or iron, leather, and glass. The combination can vary, but the limit of 3 should be respected. This creates a visual harmony that the eye immediately recognizes as elegant. Let's put this into practice. Look around your living room right now and identify how many different materials you can count. If you can count more than 3, it's time to make some choices. Maybe it's time to swap out those bright pillows for linen ones, or replace some decorative objects to keep things consistent. The result is an environment with a defined personality, which seems to have been designed by a professional. People will walk into your home and feel like everything makes sense, even if they can't explain exactly why. That's the magic of true elegance. Tip 3. The power of indirect lighting. The third tip will completely change the atmosphere of your home today. Do you know what the difference is between an elegant hotel and a government office? Lighting. Elegant homes never rely solely on overhead lighting. They create layers of light that embrace the space in a soft and welcoming way. The most common mistake is to turn on only the main light in the room, and that's it. This creates a cold and impersonal environment, like a doctor's office. Direct light from above is not flattering to anyone or anything. It creates harsh shadows and makes everything look artificial. That's why you feel uncomfortable in environments like this, even if you can't explain why. The solution lies in indirect lighting. Start by turning off that harsh overhead light and try using only lamps, floor lamps, or even candles. You'll be amazed at the transformation. The same room that seemed dull suddenly feels cozy and sophisticated. The colors look more beautiful. The furniture looks more expensive, and people naturally feel more relaxed. To do this today, you can use table lamps, lampshades that you already have at home, or even place a lamp behind a large plant to create an indirect effect on the wall. If you don't have any of these, improvise. Place a fabric over the ceiling light to soften the light. Just be careful not to use fabrics that are too hot. The benefits are immediate, the environment becomes more welcoming, conversations flow better, and you'll notice that people prefer to stay in your home. Indirect lighting also hides small imperfections and makes everything seem more careful and special. Before continuing with the next tip, if you are enjoying these transformations, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any elegance tips. And tell me in the comments where you are watching from. I love knowing where my followers are. Tip 4. The art of choosing textures. The fourth tip is about something you touch every day, but perhaps never pay attention to. Textures. Elegant homes have a special characteristic. They invite you to touch things. It's not just the look that matters, it's the full sensory experience. When you sit in a soft armchair, step on a nice rug, or lean against a smooth wall, your brain registers comfort and quality. The problem with many homes is that they only think about the visual aspect, forgetting that we also live through touch. Have you ever noticed how unpleasant it is to sit on a hard plastic chair or step on a very cold floor? Even if it is beautiful, something bothers you. On the other hand, when you touch a soft fabric or well-treated wood, you automatically feel that it has quality. The trick is to balance soft textures with firmer textures in the same space. For example, if you have a smooth leather sofa, add soft fabric pillows or a wool throw. If you have a glass table, add a linen table runner. This combination creates visual and tactile interest at the same time. Let's practice. Do a test in your living room right now. Run your hand over your furniture and objects. Is everything smooth and cold, or is everything too soft? The ideal is to have variety, but always prioritize comfort. An elegant home never sacrifices comfort for appearance. If something is beautiful but uncomfortable, it does not belong in a truly elegant home. The transformation this brings is incredible. People naturally feel more at home in your home. They relax more quickly, stay longer, and leave with that good feeling of being welcomed. Plus, you will feel more connected to your space because it will be speaking to all your senses. Tip 5. The secret to neutral colors with personality. The fifth tip will forever resolve that doubt about colors in decoration. Do you know why some neutral homes look lifeless and others look sophisticated? The secret is not to avoid colors, but to use them intelligently. Stylish homes have a neutral base that serves as a blank canvas for small touches of personality. Many people think that neutral decor means everything is beige or white and end up creating soulless spaces. Others do the opposite. They use so many colors that the space becomes confusing. Elegance lies somewhere in the middle. A neutral base creates serenity and timelessness, while small, colorful accents bring life and personality. The rule is simple. 70% of the room in neutral colors, 30% in one or two accent colors. For example, walls, large furniture, and carpet in neutral tones such as white, beige, or soft gray. Then you add colors through pillows, pictures, flowers, or a special decorative object. In this way, you can change the personality of the room just by changing these colorful details. To apply this, start by observing what color already exists naturally in your home. It could be the green of plants, the gold of a painting, or the blue of a piece of furniture you love. Use this color as a guiding thread, repeating it in small details around the room. It doesn't have to be the same. It can be shades from the same family. The result is a space that exudes tranquility but has personality. In addition, it is much easier to decorate and change elements when you get tired of them because the neutral base accepts any change. Your home gains that timeless elegance that never goes out of style, but with your personal touch that makes it unique. Tip 6. The importance of details that no one sees. Here's a secret that will surprise you. Truly elegant homes take care of the details that no one consciously notices, but everyone feels. These are little things like clean light switches, dust-free baseboards, shiny doorknobs, and drawers that open smoothly. It may seem silly, but these details make all the difference in the feeling of quality in the space. Think about it this way. When you go to a 5-star hotel, what impresses you is not just the expensive furniture, but the feeling that everything has been taken care of down to the smallest detail. The door doesn't creak, the faucets shine, there are no wires in sight. Your subconscious registers all of this as quality and care, even if you don't stop to examine each item. At home, these little oversights add up and create an overall feeling of sloppiness, even when the space is tidy. A dirty light switch, a dusty light fixture, a drawer that sticks. Every little problem sends a message that things aren't being properly cared for. The solution is to do a monthly inspection of your home, paying attention to these invisible details. Wipe down switches with a damp cloth, dust light fixtures, lubricate squeaky hinges, and tidy up exposed wires. These are simple tasks that take just a few minutes, but the impact is huge. The result is a home that conveys care and attention in every corner. People feel like they are in a special place, even if they can't quite put their finger on what's different. You'll feel proud of your space, knowing that every detail has been thought out and taken care of with care. Tip 7. The balance between full and empty. The 7th tip is about something that most people do wrong without realizing it: visual balance in their spaces. You know when you look at a room and feel that something is strange, but you can't identify what it is? It's usually because there's no balance between occupied and free areas. Elegant homes respect what we call visual breathing space. The most common mistake is to try to fill all available space. You buy a piece of furniture and automatically want to put something on it. You have an empty wall and feel the need to hang something. This eagerness to fill everything creates heavy and tiring environments. Our eyes need places to rest, just as our minds need silence between words. The secret is to create a visual rhythm in the space by alternating areas with objects and empty areas. You create movement and interest without overloading the space. It's like a song. The pauses are as important as the notes. A blank wall can be just as beautiful as a wall with paintings, as long as it is part of a balanced composition. To practice this, choose a room in your home and observe where the objects are concentrated. If everything is piled up on one side, rearrange it. If all the walls have something hanging, try leaving one clear. If all the surfaces are occupied, free up some. The goal is to create a visual flow that leads the eye smoothly through the room. The transformation is impressive. The environment becomes more sophisticated, calmer, and interestingly, the objects you chose to keep stand out more. When there is less visual competition, each piece can shine individually. Your home takes on the feel of an art gallery, where each element has its moment of prominence. Tip 8. The magic of natural elements. The 8th tip will connect your home with something we all have inside us: the need to be in contact with nature. Elegant homes always incorporate natural elements in a subtle and sophisticated way. You don't need to turn your living room into a forest, but a few natural touches make all the difference in the feeling of well-being and elegance. Natural elements bring life, movement, and a sense of freshness that we cannot replicate with synthetic objects. A plant is not just a decoration. It improves air quality, brings gentle movement with its leaves, and creates a connection with the outside world. Stones, wood, natural fibers, all of these awaken in us a primitive sense of comfort and security. The secret is not in quantity, but in quality and positioning. A single well-chosen and well-cared-for plant is worth more than 5 withered plants. A dried branch in a beautiful vase can be more impactful than an elaborate arrangement. The idea is to create points of natural interest that interact with the rest of the decor. Start with something simple, a plant that you can easily care for, a vase with dried branches, a small wooden or stone sculpture. Place it near a window or in a place where it receives natural light. If you don't have a knack for plants, use items such as natural fiber baskets, jute rugs, or objects made of treated wood. The benefits go beyond decoration. Natural elements reduce stress, improve concentration, and create a more welcoming atmosphere. Your home takes on a life of its own, no longer just a set of furniture, but a home that nourishes the soul. People naturally feel more relaxed and happy in your space. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transform my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9, the power of well-placed mirrors. The 9th tip will teach you how to use one of the oldest decorating tricks, but one that is still misused by most people today. Mirrors are not just for looking at yourself. They are powerful tools for enlarging spaces, multiplying light, and creating elegant focal points. Sophisticated homes use mirrors strategically, not just for their functional purpose. Many people hang mirrors without thinking about what they're going to reflect. The result? You end up with a mirror that shows a peeling wall, a pile of messy objects, or simply an uninteresting angle. This completely wastes the potential of this incredible decorating tool. The secret is to position the mirror so that it reflects something beautiful. A window with an interesting view, a flower arrangement, a painting on the other side of the room, or even another mirror, creating an infinite effect. In addition, mirrors placed perpendicular to the windows capture and multiply natural light, making the room brighter and more airy. To apply this today, take a look at your current mirrors and see what they are reflecting. If it's not something you like, change the position or what's being reflected. If you don't have any mirrors outside of the bathroom, consider adding one to the living room. It can be small, but it should be well positioned. A medium-sized mirror behind the couch, reflecting a window on the opposite side, can completely transform the brightness of the room. The transformation is immediate and impressive. The space appears larger, brighter, and more sophisticated. In addition, mirrors create visual movement and depth, breaking the monotony of smooth walls. Your home gains that feeling of spaciousness that characterizes elegant spaces, even in small spaces. Tip 10. The art of creating visual layers. The last tip is about the secret that separates an amateur decoration from a professional decoration: visual layers. Elegant houses are never flat. They have depth, movement, and interest at different levels of height and distance. It's like a symphony where each instrument has its moment, but they all contribute to the final harmony. Unlayered environments look like theater sets, beautiful from afar, but lifeless up close. Everything is at the same height, at the same distance from the wall, creating no visual interest. On the other hand, when you create different levels and depths, the eye moves naturally through the space, discovering new details with each glance. The technique involves working with 3 planes: foreground, middle ground, and background. For example, on your coffee table. In the foreground, a low object such as a decorative plate. In the middle ground, a book or a small sculpture. In the background, something taller such as a vase or a candle. This creates depth and interest even in a small area. Apply this idea to different parts of the house. On a bookshelf, vary the height of the objects, placing some further forward and others further back. On the wall, combine pictures with plants or 3-dimensional objects. On the sideboard, alternate tall and short objects, with some leaning against the wall and others further forward. The end result is a home with its own personality, telling a story through the arrangement of objects. Each room comes to life and moves, inviting people to explore and discover details. Your home stops being merely functional and becomes a rich and engaging visual experience, just like the most elegant homes in the world. Now you know the 10 secrets that make the difference between an ordinary home and a truly elegant home. Remember, elegance is not about having expensive furniture or a big house. It's about taking care of the details, creating harmony, and making conscious choices. Every tip I shared today can be applied regardless of your budget or the size of your home. The most important thing is to start today. Choose a tip that caught your attention the most and apply it now. It could be rearranging the objects on the coffee table, adjusting the lighting, or simply cleaning up the details that no one else sees. Small changes can lead to big transformations. I want to challenge you. Apply at least 3 of these tips this week and tell us in the comments which one had the biggest impact on your home. Your experience could inspire other people to transform their homes too. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, don't waste any time. We have a lot more content on elegance and decoration coming up. Turn on the bell so you don't miss any news.